Nursing calculations. Finding the volume required using proportions with liquid solutions. Let's return to the GoFuel mixture from a previous video. Let's recall that this is a sachet of GoFuel. It is in powder form and this sachet contains 40 grams of powder. This is a bottle of water and this bottle contains 1 litre of water. We're going to empty the sachet into the water so it dissolves evenly. And in this session, we're going to understand what the value of the concentration means. Here is our bottle with the sachet mixed evenly through. It's a nice blackcurrant flavour now. So we know that now there are 40 grams of GoFuel per litre of water. The concentration is just telling you about the proportion of solute that there is in the liquid, or, in the case of liquid medication, what drug strength is in the liquid. If it is syrup like cough medicine or saline for an IV. And logically enough, the more liquid you administer, the more of the solute or the drug you receive in a proportional way. We can express the concentration in this way as 40 grams per litre. 1 litre is equivalent to 1,000 millilitres, so we can express it this way. And that allows us to cancel some zeros from the numerator and the denominator so that it is reduced to 4 grams per 100 millilitres. Because 4 grams is also equivalent to 4,000 micrograms, we can use the 4,000 micrograms so we can express the concentration in this way. Remember, you always have to state your units, or else the number becomes meaningless. Once again, this allows us to cancel some zeros, and the concentration of our mixtures can be stated most simply this way. However, all of the above concentrations are equal and correct. It all depends on which units you want to use. So the question is, just how much GoFuel powder does a person get if they drink a certain amount of liquid? It makes sense that if you drink the whole 1 litre, you'll take in 40 grams of GoFuel. What if you drink half a litre? Then you'll get half of the 40 grams, which is 20 grams. Or maybe 250 mils, which is a quarter of a litre. Then you'll get a quarter of the total GoFuel, which is 10 grams. And if you had 200 mils, which is a fifth of a bottle, you will get 1/5 of the 40 grams, which is 8 grams. 0.75 litres represents 3/4 of the litre bottle, and 75% or 3/4 of the GoFuel bottle is 30 grams. We could have solved this question in another way. Keep in mind the other concentrations we've calculated. We know for our sports drink solution that every milliliter contains 40 milligrams of GoFuel. So if we have 500 millilitres of water, 500 lots of 40 milligrams is 20,000 milligrams, as we found before, and notice that the millilitres cancel there, leaving only the unit of milligrams. If we drink 250 mils of the liquid, we will be receiving 250 lots of the 40 milligrams per mil, which is 10,000 milligrams, and the working out for that is similar. Now, if we drink 1,250 mils of the liquid, and that is more than we have in the bottle, but that's no problem, we can still focus on how much GoFuel we will get if we had more of our blackcurrant mixture. 1,250 times 40 is 50,000 milligrams, and the working out is the same again. And you could express that as 50,000 milligrams, or 50 grams if you prefer, but you must state the unit because it makes all the difference. So in all, the concentration gives a measure of the medication for each unit of liquid. Using this, you can work out how much medication, or in this case GoFuel powder, is in the certain amount of liquid. If you have 1/3 of the liquid, for example, you'll have 1/3 of the medication, and this relationship is proportional. Whatever fraction of the liquid you drink or receive out of the total, this is the same fraction of the drug strength you take in out of the total available. In the next chapter, we will be looking at Part 5 of nursing calculations, converting between large and small units.